Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and welcome to the beautiful outdoors. Well, I'm sitting in a park. I am about to sit down in a park because I am enjoying this beautiful fall day. Probably the first fall day that we have this season. It rained the entire morning and now everything is just perfect. You cannot really see the foliage because it's not really changing just yet. Early September days, but they are perfect. So I am outside doing some planning for the season because I have so much plan for fall, and that includes reading, and that includes my TBR for fall, or I should say my pile of possibilities, because we all know that I find TBRs very challenging. Yeah. Anyways, what we are going to do first in this video is actually to source two books, recent new releases. Well, they came out weeks ago in the middle of August. One of them is, of course, Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. And the other one is The Possession of Albedias by Isabel Cañas. I read The Hacienda by this author and I really liked it. I think it was very eerie and the perfect fall read. And I need to read this book. It's about possession, taking place in like a silver cave or something like that. Based on the synopsis, I am super interested. So we're gonna go and buy these two books. That is the first program in today's video. After the book shopping, I hope that I will be able to show you a mini book haul. If I cannot find these books in a bookstore, then I will order them online. Anyways, I will put my hands on these books. And then we can go ahead and discuss my TBR that I am about to plan. I can already tell you guys that it will be an insanely ambitious TBR. And I have no idea why I'm doing this to myself, because reading is not going very well. So, yeah. Anyways, I will plan out a very ambitious TBR for us. But first, let's just go book shopping. I want to read this one. Short story collection. This is pretty. I'm also interested in this. And this. This I have. Interested in this. This. Wow. Wow, that green is green. I also want this one. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm not interested in this thing. Oh. I really want to read this series as well. Well, oh my god, this is an incredibly heavy book, and I guess that it's a very, very expensive series. 45 bucks. Found it. But this is the only one they have. So many famous books, you guys. The City of Stardust, Immortal Longings. This I want to read it during book press. Is this the special edition? Yes. It is $9.99. Not worth it. I also want to read this one. So many like popular books. I also want to read this one though. Wow, why only popular books? All on sale. Ooh, this I love. This series I also want to read. Ooh, another Christmassy book. Oh here for Christmas books, Zsuzsi. I want this book. Quickly, let me show you the books that I got. I went a little bit crazy. This was not the plan, but most of these books, I got them on such a good deal. I just couldn't leave them there, okay? First, I got both books that I wanted. I got Hemlock and Silver by Taking Fisher. And this is such a pretty book, like that green, that vibrant green, and also the art in the book, not just the cover jacket, but, or dust jacket, but also the art of the book. It's really pretty. It's always worth it to buy a Taking Fisher hardcover because you're gonna get a beautiful book as well. And I also got The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. And again, I cannot wait to get to this book. I think this one was the only copy that they had. So I'm just so happy that I put my hands on it. Look at that cover again. Absolutely gorgeous. I also got 3 Christmas books because they were all on sale, and 2 of these Christmas books, they were on my TBR, and I do want to read them this Christmas. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. This is something that I actually wanted to read last year, and it's not a long book. I just never got around doing it. And then also this Susanna Clark book. This is just... Okay, this is just a fairy tale, and it's just so pretty. It is the art and the illustrations, and it's worth $5.99. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Christmas. It's insane. I love fall, but I already cannot wait for Christmas. Anyways, and the last book that I got is the Holiday Mix-Up, and I actually got this one from the used book section, not the sale section, and this one was $5.50, I believe. And I also want to show you, oh my god, what is it I want to show you? Sorry, I'm like, I want to show everything. This book is this was not on my TBR, but they had like a row of Christmas books on sale, and this is the one, contemporary romance, that I really wanted, so I got this. This is like about a girl whose fake fiance gets into a coma after they make this agreement that they will be there, like each other's fake fiancés at Christmas, and then she falls for the brother. That was my understanding based on the synopsis, and I'm like, that's chaos, and I need that in my life. And also, look at these absolutely gorgeous bookmarks that they gave me. This is like a special edition, and I've seen this painting or mural, is that what it's called? It's so gorgeous, and they have it in bookmark, and you guys know that bookmark form, and you guys know that I am an absolute sucker for bookmarks. After the bookstore, on another day, I also went to Target because there was this one romantasy book that I really wanted to buy, the Book of Azrael. And Target has all the BookTok books, right? Contemporary romance, romantasy especially, they are like full. Any other books? No. But the BookTok famous romantasy, they always have it. They didn't have it. They didn't have it. However, they had a huge sale, and I tried to show you around as much as I could, but unfortunately they were blasting copyrighted music, specifically Katy Perry, and I like it because Katy Perry music is fun, and when you're shopping around, it's like a bop, you know. But I cannot have that music in my video, so unfortunately I couldn't film as much as I wanted to. But I showed you guys that this absolutely beautiful copy of The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid that I wanted, and I also showed you in the bookstore, it was on sale. Everything was on 30% sale. I took the stickers off, but just to show you, I still have the stickers. Everything was 30, 20. One of them was 30, the other one was 20% off, and I was like, ah, I need this in my life. This book, was $18 in Target, and quite frankly, I think it's worth it. I wanted this book. I wanted this book for so long. I want to have a really nice copy of it, and I do hope that I will love it. This is the retelling of a Hungarian fairy tale that we all grow up listening to, and I cannot wait to read Ava Reed's twist on it, and I have to like it now that I got this beautiful special edition copy. And last but not least, I also got The Coven by Harper L. Woods, and Harper L. Woods, yes, not Harper R, Harper L. Woods, I'm sorry. And this also got beautiful sprayed edges. And I don't know if you can tell that it is like embossed. It's really nice. It's a really nice copy, and this was like $12 or whatever with the sale. And I wanted this one specifically for the fall because this is like a witchy romantasy, and people tend to have a really good opinion about it. So I also got this one. They didn't really have anything else that I was super interested in. I guess it was because of the sale. Maybe they like ran out of books. Obviously, it's possible, but look at this. All the books that I am adding to my TBR, it's insane. Like, I need to stop buying and I need to start reading. I feel like that it's because I had such a tough summer and I barely read anything. I'm now craving books, and I'm craving reading, and every single story and every single book, it just sounds so good to me that I want to buy everything. But at least I tell myself that I got some of these books, except the new releases, but some of these books on a really good deal. Talking about TBR, let's get to my fall TBR next. This is really good. The first iced chai latte of the season. I need to learn how to make it. Oh, that was really good. Anyways, back to my TBR, guys. Same position, same corner of the house, just a completely different day. I have about 30 books on my TBR for fall. Now, is it completely impossible to read 30 books in the upcoming 3 months? No, but am I going to do it? Probably not, because you guys know that I'm a mood reader and I change my mind all the time, and I think I'll be really busy during the fall as well, so I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done. I'm just asking you to take this little part in the video as more like a book recommendations part, because all of the books, all of these 30 books that I put on my TBR are incredibly fall season coated. Kind of like that was my criteria. I wanted to select 20 books, but then I went totally crazy and I have 30. We will talk about my physical TBR first, because I own many of these books that I want to share with you, some new releases that are obviously not out yet. And then I want to share with you many books that I am about to buy, but I maintain the right to change my mind about these books, so I have not bought them yet. Anyways, enough talking, let's just get to the books. And you know what, let's start with fantasy romantasy, and here is when you buckle up, bitches, because I'm just gonna go crazy right now, okay, with the fantasy, my favorite genre. If you don't like fantasy, what are you doing on my channel? Anyways, let's start with just the normal fantasy and not romantasy, because I'm gonna go crazy with romantasy, okay? So the book that I'm actually already reading and hopefully finishing soon is the newest Sangu Mandana release. And as far as cozy fantasy goes, because it's not really my genre, I am only willing to read at this stage Sangu Mandana books, so I have very high expectations when it comes to this book. I am also reading The 10,000 Doors of January, and when I showed you guys this book in my book haul video, I think there were like 2 of you who commented and were like, oh, this book is so good. It takes place in a library, and based on the synopsis, you can enter different lives through the books that are stored in the library or something like that. This sounds so good, so full coated. And can we just like admire that cover for a second? So this is also something that's happening. And you guys, I really want to do it. I really want to do it this year. I really want to read Ninth House because I have not yet. Am I even a booktuber, guys? Because I have not yet read this book. I found this actually in a little free library, a completely new copy of Ninth House, and I feel like that it was a sign. This is something that I need to do this year. And now the romanticists, because just like I said in my romantasy video, I am rediscovering my love for romantasy. And we will start with The Coven. This is a witchy romantasy, and it's not a long one. I am so glad to see sometimes like normal length books, especially romantasies that are just 300 pages. I cannot wait to get to it. That cover, oh my god, this entire book is just so gorgeous. I also have the newest release of T. Kingfisher, Hemlock and Silver, which is that typical dark, twisted T. Kingfisher style retelling of Snow White. And can we just look at that green? Oh, I showed you the green in the previous clip. What am I doing? Anyways, I'm also reading The Wolf and the Woodsman. I already started it, guys. I already started it. I couldn't wait. I am so in love with this book, so it's already happening. Other cozy fantasy, A Harvest of Hearts, that I bought in the spring, and this was sold to me. Can you just isn't this like the coziest sprayed edges that you've ever seen in your life? Anyways, this was sold to me as kind of like, not sold to me, but this was sold to me, but this was compared to House Moving Castle, and I was like, say less, this is something that we're buying. I am also reading Heavenly Buddies because I have such high expectations when it comes to this book. Everybody adores this book, so I need to know what the hype is about, and I know that the second one is coming out in November, so I'm definitely reading this one. And also the plan is to read the entire Paladin's Grace series by T. Kingfisher. I know that I will adore it, and I need to read these gorgeous new editions. So certainly this is on my list. I am still in love with these books. I need to buy more bookshelves so I can at least like display a couple of my books, because these books need to be on display, okay? Now moving on from fantasy, I also want to show you guys two new releases. They came out during the summer, but I feel like that they are insanely fall coated. And one of them is the newest release by Silvia Moreno Garcia, The Bewitching. And one of you already commented under one of my video and you said, whoa, this is amazing. So I cannot wait to get to it. Probably I will read it in October when I'm doing a witchy vlog. And also The Possession of Alba Diaz. It is happening. It is happening. I cannot wait to get to that book. I also have another little free library find that I cannot wait to read. And this is kind of like, I think it's going to be a paranormal romance, If I Stopped Haunting You. And this is about an editor and a writer, and they go to like a haunted Scottish castle for a writer's retreat. And can we look at that cover? Of course it is happening. And I also have two other books on my physical TBR. Strange Practice, and this is following Greta Helsing. This is like a historical fiction slash fantasy, I would say fantasy. Greta Helsing, who inherited the family business, and she's basically a doctor for vampires, and it's Victorian London, I believe. I don't know, this sounds so good. And Lost, another witchy book. And you guys, this is also a little free library find, and that cover, it was the cover. And the fact that this is also historical fiction following a witch and her family. I mean, I have to read that book. Okay, now I also have 3 new releases on my list that I really want to buy. I really want to read. I am super interested in these books. And the first one, and this is going to surprise everybody, but the first one is Mate by Ellie Hazelwood, and this is coming out on October 7th. And this is the second book in the whatever, werewolves and vampires series. The first book was Bride, and then this is the second one that is coming out, and I am really interested because as far as Ellie Hazelwood goes, I'm telling you that Bride was her best book. I had the time of my life, okay? The next one, or the second book I should say, is Hecate, and this is by Nikita Gill, and this is coming out on September 16th. And Hecate, I'm not very sure, I'm sorry. She was the goddess of witchcraft and necromancy in Greek mythology, so I am really looking forward to this one. I read other book by Nikita Gill, and I was very happy with those books, so I cannot wait to read like an actual novel by her, because I think that those were like poetry collections and short story collections, but this is like a proper novel. And then last but not least, I also have Perfectly Wicked, and this is coming out on September 17th. And yes, you guys know it was the cover and the purple cover that actually got this book on my list, but this sounds so good. It is kind of like a paranormal romance, and it is taking place in New England, Maine, and it's about a group of witches who sell apple cider, but their orchard is going down. They are not able to sell enough apple cider, though they are like magical apple ciders, to keep the business afloat. And then there is like this Ghostbuster TV show that rents the orchard for a day, for a night, for a week, I don't remember exactly. And one of the witch and the TV show host, I think that they're just gonna get together, and it sounded so good. And I was like, sign me up. I'm reading this book. Okay, we have more romanticies on my list that I have not bought, I have not ordered yet, because again, I maintain the right to change my mind about these romanticies. If you guys read any of these romanticies, please let me know in the comments below whether they are worth it or not, because they're so expensive. Anyways, the first one on my list is the Arcana Academy, which is probably one of the first romantasy dark academia books that I've ever heard about in my life. And this is about a tarot card reader or psychic who gets into like a marriage of convenience with the headmaster of a university, like a dark magical university or something like that. I'm actually really interested in this one, and I'm also interested in Terror at the Gates. I really want to read this book, and I hear fantastic things about this book. Also, Cruel is the Light. This is about demon hunters, and apparently it takes place in the Vatican, or the Vatican is involved in in some capacity. Super interested, and can we just look at that cover? Oh my god. Now the next book I am buying, and that is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, and this is supposed to be a prequel to the Enchanted Letters series, and I was absolutely in love with Divine Rivals, so this is something that is happening. And I also believe that finally I am getting to the stage where I want to read the Book of Azrael. I really want to give it a try. The hype got to me, and I need to read it. People who love it, they love it. They fall head over heels for the Book of Azrael, so I need to read it. Is it Book of Azrael? Because that's how it reads to me, but then people just keep saying Azrael. And I don't know, is it Azrael or Azrael? If you guys listen to the audiobook, could you please let me know? Because to me it reads Azrael. And are people saying Azrael because of Akotar Azrael? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments below if you do. Next category is paranormal romance and romance. I also really like these books. I'm really looking forward to reading them. And the first one is Kindling, and this takes place in the autumn, fall, whatever. I like to use autumn. Actually, I like that word a lot better. In Scotland, city girl goes to the Highlands and then falls in love with, I don't know, the guy. Next is Love is a Witch. This is also a witchy romance that takes place in Scotland. I need to get the audiobooks for these books because if there is Scottish accent in it, that's what Zsuzsi needs. And last but not least, The In Between. I really want to get to this book as well. the synopsis, the description of this book, it just sounded so good. It's about, again, psychics and ghostbusters and ghost hunters, and it's just like sounded so good. It is definitely happening, and look at that cover. All right, next, the last category, horror, and we only have 2 more books left, and one of them is Play Nice, the newest release of Rachel Harris, and this is about 2 sisters who need to go back to their childhood home that was, based on their mother's account, possessed by a demon, and they gotta go back to that house after the death of their mother. So good, I really want to read it. And then the last book on my list is Marrow, and this is also something that takes place in Maine, New England. And now the synopsis for this book was a little bit complicated for me because I was like, what is going on? But this is about witchcraft and motherhood, because our main female character, she grew up in this isolated island in Maine and in kind of like a cult because her mother was a witch or is a witch. And then she moves away because she's like, I don't want any of this. And then she grows up and gets married, but she's not able to get pregnant. So she decides to go back to this little island to her mother because her mother is infamous for helping women get pregnant. So this is kind of like, I feel like that a witchy, culty horror taking place in New England. Ooh. I am here for it. I will not read all of these books. I will try my best, but I for sure will not read all of these books. Damn. Guys, I think that I got Love is a Witch. I ordered that book as like a special edition through Amazon, and I think it's the book. And I really want to show you guys. I don't like when they do this. Why can't they put books into, like, you know, those envelopes? Anyways, it is the book. It is the book. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see it? Let me show you. Wait, focus. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I cannot wait to get to reading this book. I gotta know if the audiobook is Scottish.